It's the start of the day. And in the giraffe house, a new baby is on its way. Orla is in labour.
So, let's have a look.
The calf appears to be coming out in the right order. Head and front legs first.
She's doing fantastic. The front hooves coming out first, and that's fine. You really can see the giraffe contracting, and she's really trying to, like, push.
Giraffe calves are huge. They're 10% of the size of their mother at birth.
It's a risky birth because they're so big. It weighs just as much as me when they're born. Over 5 feet tall. And yeah, I feel for her because that's a big baby. I wouldn't want to be giving birth to a 60-kilo calf. You'll see the calf sort of hanging partially out, and it looks like it's not moving or if it's not breathing. It is a nerve-wracking few seconds. Is it alive?
The 2-metre fall is designed to break the umbilical cord and to encourage the calf to breathe.
We were waiting for him to take his first breath, and I was like, oh, and then, thank God, he did. That's good. Come on, little one.
So the mum would give little nudges to get the baby up.
The calf's legs and hooves, which are soft and spongy at birth, harden during the first day so that he can begin to stand.
Come on, Orla.
The baby's first unsteady steps into the giraffe family are crucial.
So in them first few days, it is important that we do keep the mum and the calf just on their own. There's a lot of young giraffes in that group, and they are naughty. They do want to play with this new toy, so Orla really has to have her wits about her and be keeping a watchful eye on him.
Other familiar sights on the plains include the giraffe. Its silhouette utterly unmistakable due to its distinctive long neck. But it wasn't always the case. One of their ancestors, 7 million years ago, had a shorter neck. So why did the giraffe develop such a long neck? Did it elongate over time so they could feed on leaves no other animal could, ensuring its survival in even the sparsest of landscapes? It is unlikely to have evolved to aid their escape from predators. And when they come to take a drink, their necks somehow don't seem long enough. Giraffe have the same number of neck bones as humans, but each vertebra is 10 inches long, containing unique ball and socket joints. This turns their neck into a highly flexible superweapon. Within a herd, the males fight for dominance. But they don't have horns to clash or claws to strike, so they use their necks instead. The tussle starts with a bit of pushing and shoving, until one makes the first move, and the battle is on. At around 6 foot long and weighing 600 pounds, the giraffe's neck acts like a wrecking ball as the males exchange violent body blows. The longer the neck, the greater the impact, with some strikes creating enough force to break bones or knock his opponent off their feet. To get mating, as well as bragging rights, winning literally means putting your neck on the line to pass on your genes to future generations.
An early start, I went into the giraffe house, put the lights on. I noticed there was an extra lot of legs in there. That's when I said to Amy, she'd had a...
And I was like, really? It was just such a wonderful surprise. The first few hours of the giraffe's life is really just trying to stand up. Very wobbly, really bandy legs. Oh, legs and beautiful eyes. They saw Meru having a good sniff of the little one's head. He gave her a bit of a lick. Just absolutely makes your day, probably made my year. It's just such a special thing, and it's exactly why we do this job.
I still can't believe it.
Never can I. You're a good girl.
You are a good
You're
girl,
a
yeah. Look at your little tail.
The calf may be up and walking, but it's not out of the woods yet.
Just want to see it feeding, then I can relax.
Tula's a first-time mum with lots to learn. And while it's vital the newborn begins suckling soon, the keepers will have to leave them to it.
The first 24 hours is critical. If we get involved at this early stage, she could just reject the calf straight away, so we have to let nature take its course, so we have to leave them two to bond, and any interference from the keepers, it could cause even more problems.
There is one animal at the zoo which is born with a head for heights.
You all right? Do you want this?
It's feeding time for the Rothschild's giraffes.
You me? Giraffes love their food. They are very food orientated. They can spend up to 16 hours a day eating.
The giraffes have a 20-inch tongue, which they use like fingers to grab hold of food.
They feed, they walk around, they feed, they walk around. Anything with food, they go wherever you want. Right, you lot can come in, can't you, in a sec?
Rothschild's giraffes are highly endangered in their native East Africa, with fewer than 1,600 left. But here at Chester, one of the group is eating for two.
Tula's heavily pregnant now. She is over 13 months. She's always at the front of the queue for the food. She's the one that's pushing, ready to come through first. So nothing's going to get in her way. She is the boss. She's quite bold and bolshy, and yeah, she's not bothered. Her mum was like that, and she's very much her mother's daughter.
Expectant dad, Meru, has a different temperament.
Meru is the bull, the breeding bull. He's the I am, you know, the big I am he is Meru. But when it comes down to it, he is not. He is a wimp, always last to come in, always last to go out if there's anything new happening. And it's him usually all the giraffes are fine, all the girls will be fine, and it's him that sets the giraffes off just by being scared of something ridiculous. And then everybody's scared because of him.
Tula could give birth within days, but keepers are worried that history might repeat itself.
Unfortunately with Tula, that she has given birth before, but it was a stillborn. You're always thinking about him. I suppose the times when something is going to give birth or any life-changing event like that, you do worry even more. And yeah, there's all kind of questions and worries that go on in my head. I'd like to think that everything's going to be fine. I don't know. I'm hoping that this time round it's going to be different.